Hello guys, and welcome back to Space Hint. In this video we are going to dive into a topic that many of us can relate to. If you're someone like me who has previously failed the Emirates assessment, you probably know the airline's rule about 6 months waiting period between two assessment dates, and all the recruiters kindly ask to respect this rule. But what if you are eager to become a cabin crew as soon as possible? Should you wait the full 6 months before applying again, or there is an exception? Well, I decided to put it to the test and share my experience with you. I attended 2 open days within just 3 months, one in March and the other in May, and here you can watch about my first Emirates assessment, because in the second all the stages were pretty much the same. However, today we will discuss whether it is worth the risk to apply twice in less than 6 months. What was the difference between 2 assessment days held in the same city? How did I prepare my profile, and what was the outcome of this unconventional attempt? Alright, let's dive into each question, beginning with the basic one. How did I prepare my profile? Well, the day before my second assessment day, I was still unsure whether to deactivate my existing profile or not. But what I've noticed is that I was able to change any information such as name, last name, phone number, attached documents and more, except for one part, the declaration section. Well, firstly, I tried to change all my personal data to someone else's. This is just an example that I could change Taylor Swift to Selena Gomez, and surprisingly, even in my previous unsuccessful application, all the information was updated, except for the declaration. It seemed that my signature in that section remained permanent. Realizing this method wouldn't work, I reverted everything back to my original information and decided to deactivate my account. Once the account was deactivated, I could no longer log in, and subsequently I created a new account using a new email, phone number and country. And the following day I attended the open day, and luckily for me, the recruiter was different. Before the interview, the recruiter provided us with CC unique reference number, and to complete the online application we were required to sign the declaration form. And personally, I was concerned that they might figure out I had created a new account since my last name remained the same as in my deactivated account. But nevertheless, I decided to proceed and sign the form, and from that point onward, I could feel the mounting stress. What was the differences between the 2 assessment days held in the same city? Firstly, the number of applicants. The first assessment had around only 30 people, while the second had approximately 60. As a result, the presentation time was longer, and during the second group discussion, we were divided into 3 groups of around 10 people each. The second difference pertains to the recruiters. Interestingly, during my first assessment day, the recruiter stated my height as 169 centimeters. I even double-checked with her to confirm, and she reassured me that it was indeed 169. However, on the second assessment day, a different recruiter measured my height as 166 centimeters, which is 3 centimeters less. So this inconsistency left me uncertain about my actual height, and I can conclude that my height falls within the range of 166 to 169 centimeters, depending on the person measuring it. So if you are concerned about a slight difference in height, such as being 158 instead of 160, I would still encourage you to go for the assessment and try your luck. Now let's address the third question: what was the result of my second attempt? Well, I successfully progressed until the second group discussion. However, after the second group discussion, unfortunately, my number was not announced by the recruiter, which means I did not pass. Throughout the day, the recruiter warned us that by the end of the assessment, they will figure out if someone was disrespecting their 6 months rule. I'm uncertain if it was the reason for my failure or not. Nevertheless, I can mention that on this assessment day, during the second group discussion, I remained the same person as in my previous assessment day, where I reached the final interview. The only difference was that at this time I was assigned to the third group, and while we were discussing the subject with our team, the recruiter was primarily listening to the group 1 and 2, and by the time she joined us, we have almost finished the discussion, so she barely saw me speaking. I guess perhaps this lack of participation at the particular moment contributed to my failure, I will never know the exact reason. However, I can offer you a small piece of advice. If you encounter the same situation when the recruiter joins your group last minute, please ensure you have something to say and to discuss in front of her. Well, we have covered almost everything for today. There is only one question left unanswered. Is it worth the risk to ignore the Emirates rule by reapplying in less than 6 months? My answer is no. I would not recommend you taking such a risk. I can't express enough how uncomfortable I felt myself during the interview, especially when the recruiter asked us to respect the company's rules. Lying is something I strongly dislike, and I'm still embarrassed to admit that I did so. It has somehow affected my confidence during the interview. However, I went to the second assessment day mostly to gain experience and share it with you. Because in various cabin crew groups, many individuals ask what will happen if we deactivate our accounts and reapply in less than 6 months. Some people advise them doing so and prove this method with the stories of their friends who applied multiple times using different emails and now are successfully flying. While there may be some truth to these stories, I encourage you to ask yourself if you will feel confident hiding the information about your previous assessments or applications from the recruiter. Because confidence is a key factor in achieving success. Alternatively, you may prefer to wait the 6 months period to pass and apply, showing the respect of the company you intend to work with. And the choice is up to you. My mission was just to caution you that based on my experience, I would recommend you to follow the rules. And while you're waiting for the 6 months period to elapse, there are plenty of other airlines you can apply to. For example, in these videos, you can find the instructions how to apply to Etihad online. Enjoy it, and thank you very much for watching my channel. I appreciate your support. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this.